Hello students, I welcome you all again. So this short video is in the continuation of the previous short video on production possibility curve. In this video, we are going to see that why actually production possibility curve is concave to the origin. So let's start. In previous video, we have already seen the definition or the meaning of production possibility curve. We have seen the assumptions of production possibility curve. We have also seen the table for production possibility curve, and we have seen the graph. So here is the production possibility curve, and as we have seen that it is concave to the origin. So the slope of this production possibility is concave, and in this video we are going to talk on why it is concave. Why it is concave. So let's start with the table. I'll explain you with the table. Now here is the table of different combination of the two commodities that we are producing using all our resources. In this, if I'll talk on the possibility A, here I can say that in A possibility, using all my resources, my country is able to produce 15 wheat, no clothes. So I'm going to write here 15W. Fine. Now onward, we are not going to use words 1000 meters or the 1000 quintals. For simplicity, we'll use 15W or 15 units. In that way, we'll talk about. Now, if I'll go to the extreme opposite case, in the F possibility, using all my country's resources, we are able to produce 5 clothes, 5C. So I'm going to write here 5C, and no wheat. There is no production of the wheat. Now, though the cloth is measured in the meters and the wheat is measured in the quintals, but for the simplicity, we'll consider the numbers. And as I'll come here, using all my resources, if I plan to produce only wheat, then I'm able to produce 15W. And if I plan to produce only clothes, I am going to produce 5C. And if I compare both the extreme conditions, it seems that in A, I am able to produce more wheat than the cloth. What does that mean? It means, what does that mean? It means my resources are more efficient in the production of the wheat, because resources are fixed. Whatever the resources you have those resources. So using those fixed resources, my country is able to produce 15W, whereas in F my country is able to produce only 5C using all the resources. So this is the case. So in simple terms, as I said, my resources seems to be more efficient. They seems to be more efficient in the production of wheat, fine, than cloth. So this part is, now I hope you have understood this part. Now come to the table. Now as I shift from one possibility to other possibility, as we have already explained in the previous video, the production of cloth is going to increase by 1 unit here, 1C, at the cost of decline in the production of W. So how much decline is there? You can see that 1W. 15 minus 14 is a 1W. Again, as I shift from B to C, again my production of the cloth is going to increase by 1C. And if I'll come to the wheat, as I shift from B to C, how much decline in the production of wheat? 14 minus 12, that is 2W. Again, as I shift from C to D, D to E, and E to F respectively, the production of cloth also increases by 1C, 1C, and 1C. Cloth increases by 1 unit only, but as I shift from C to D, D to E, E to F, here in the case of wheat, my production of wheat decline by 3W, 4W, and 5W. So this gap is increasing. This gap is known as a opportunity cost. This is called opportunity cost. What is opportunity cost? Opportunity cost means to produce one extra cloth, we are sacrificing the production of wheat, and that sacrifice is increasing. That sacrifice is increasing. Why it is increasing? Why it is increasing? A reason is here, because your resources, in this case, your resources in your country are more efficient in the production of wheat than cloth. So in the first instance, all my resources are focused here for the production of 15. As I shift to this one production of the cloth, some of the resources from this 15 production of the wheat get converted to this one cloth. They get transformed to the production of clothes. Fine. And that is why we call production possibility curve as a transformation curve. As I promised you in the previous video, that when we'll see the graph or the table, we are going to see that why we call production possibility curve as a transformation curve. I hope you have understood this. In simple terms, as I shift from one possibility to other possibility, the production of cloth is increasing at the cost of decline in the production of wheat, and that decline is known as a opportunity cost, and that opportunity cost is increasing. That opportunity cost is increasing, and that is the reason that your production possibility curve is concave. So why it is so? Let's see with the graph. So here is the graph, and in this graph we are going to see what exactly happens. So here is point A, here is point B, or I would say possibilities: possibility A, possibility B, possibility C, possibility D, possibility E, and possibility F. Now listen, as I shift from A to B, you can see that here is a decline by 1 W, because here is W, wheat, correct? And how much is the rise in the cloth? Here is the cloth. On the OX axis there are clothes, so 1C, correct? Now from B to C, as I shift here from B to C, B to C, you can see that 14 to 12, there is the difference of 2W, and from B to C, the difference is of 1C, because at B point you can see that here is 1, and at C point you can see that here is 2. At B point your W is 14, and at C point your 12 is here. So the gap between these two is 2W. The same pattern, in the same pattern, if I draw these lines, you can see that from C to D, when I shift, then here is the difference of 12 at C, 12W, at D, 9. So the difference between this 12 and 9 is 3W, correct? It remains same here, 1C remains same here, because again this is shift from 1 to 2. Again from D to E, again if I draw this line, and this is like this, how much this is 4W, this is 1C, and from E to F, that is again 5W, and here is 1C. You can observe this thing, this 1C remains the same, this 1C change in cloth remain the same, but to increase 1 unit of C, how much is the opportunity cost? The opportunity cost is increasing. How it is increasing? You can see that here it was 1W, then 2W, 3W, 4W, 5W. So what I am going to do? I am going to wipe out this 1C change. And why I am going to do this? Because in this way you will understand in a very simple way. Now here, if you will see that in a very first instance, in a very first shift from A to B, how much W has changed? That is 1 W. When I shifted from B to C, how much W has changed? 2. Then C to D, that is 3W, 4W, and 5W. As you can see that this line is small here, and as we are shifting from one possibility to other possibility, this line is getting extended, correct? and that is the reason that this curve, this production possibility curve is concave. In simple terms, I would say that why does production possibility curve is concave? Why production possibility curve is concave? Because opportunity cost here increases. That is the answer. And I hope you have understood this part. For time being, we'll stop here and soon we'll meet in the upcoming video. Thank you for your kind listening.